Hi, folks. We're going to talk today about beyond the known, synchronicity, higher dimensions, and the string theory dream. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this, and this is what I've come up with so far. Have you ever wondered if those uncanny coincidences, the ones that you feel a bit too perfect, could be connected to the deepest secrets of the universe? We're talking about synchronicity, those meaningful aha moments when two apparently unrelated things unexpectedly align, and how it might dance with something called string theory. Now, if thinking about quantum physics makes your head spin, and it does mine, string theory is like quantum physics on steroids. So there's a warning for you. Stand by with those migraine pills. Instead of tiny particles, string theory imagines the universe is made of incredibly tiny vibrating strings. Think of them like the strings on a cosmic guitar, or perhaps a spider's web, each vibration creating a different particle. So why do people play connect the dots? Why would anyone even think that these two wild ideas are related? Well, here are a few cosmic whispers. Don't share them, by the way, with anybody. Secret dimensions. String theory loves the idea of extra dimensions, more than the everyday length, width, and height that we're used to. How boring, yes. They're supposedly curled up so small we can't even see them. But what if these hidden dimensions are where the real magic happens? A secret backstage area where all of reality is connected. Maybe our minds could tap into that deeper connection, leading to those synchronized moments. How about the universe's super web? String theory wants to be the ultimate theory of everything, which has driven scientists crazy, weaving together all the forces and particles into one grand cosmic tapestry. Now, if everything is truly interconnected at this fundamental string level, it hints at a universe where meaningful coincidences aren't just random, but part of a deeper woven pattern. Does this sound familiar? Well, if you've looked at my work, it will do, because this is what Carl Jung said when he talked about synchronicities, which he called a falling together in time. And he also said synchronicity is an ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see. Right, well, let's keep our eyes open and go a bit further into this. Cosmic harmony. Just like different notes come from different string vibrations, what if our thoughts or consciousness also have a kind of a vibration? It's a stretch, but if so, maybe it's a synchronistic event. It's like our internal note resonating with an external note in the universe. Well, everything in the universe is a frequency, including what's going on inside our heads. So, it's possible, isn't it? Anyway, look, let's have a look at the multiverse next door. Some versions of string theory suggest we live in a multiverse, a foam of countless other universes. While this doesn't directly explain synchronicity, it opens up a mind-boggling playground of possibilities where strange connections might be more common than we think. Now, I heard a very eloquent professor of quantum physics talking about string theory, and she said you've got to imagine a loaf of sliced bread, and these are not in the supermarket so much anymore. Apparently, people don't really like sliced bread. But anyway, back to the string theory. Take a slice of bread, and there's a set of rules that work on that. Theory of relativity, for example. Take another slice of bread, and Newton's laws of motion. They work as well. They might even be on the same slice, by the way. But every single other slice, there's a different dimension. So you've got almost an infinite variety of possibilities. So, okay, let's get back to planet Earth a bit now. Just bear in mind, string theory is still a supermodel. It's not a superstar. And here's the kicker. String theory itself hasn't even been proven yet. We don't have any direct evidence for these tiny strings or extra dimensions, so trying to explain synchronicity with an unproven theory is like building a castle on a cloud, and twice as speculative. And it's no cosmic how-to guide. Even if string theory turns out to be real, nobody has a solid, testable idea of how vibrating strings in extra dimensions would actually cause you to say, think of a long-lost friend, And just as they call, we've all done that though, haven't we? Synchronicity is about meaning and bridging that gap from abstract physics to human experience. It is a huge leap for sure. And mind the gap. Connecting string theory to synchronicity involves giant conceptual leaps. It's like going from the mathematics of a supercomputer chip to explaining why you dreamt about pizza last night. I'd like to know because I dream about pizza most nights. And occasionally even eat one. Anyway, they're just different. They're just different realms. And so, if so, can we even test this? For something to be a scientific idea, you need a way to prove it wrong. But right now, there's no experiment that we can do to test if string theory is causing your coincidences. It's more of a philosophical musing than a scientific hypothesis. So, while string theory offers a tantalizing, complex, and beautiful picture of our universe, which it does, there's no scientific evidence that it explains synchronicity. And I could say there's no evidence that it doesn't either. But anyway, it's a fascinating thought experiment, a philosophical playground, but not a proven connection in the world of physics. Now, we're ending this with a few words and maybe even a few questions. What do you think? Do you believe the scientists, or do you think there's a lot here that's waiting to be discovered? Let me know what you think. I'm fascinated by this subject, so you won't be bothering me. But I've got to tell you, I'm not going to give anything away here at all. I know what I think.